Ms. O'Connor, the antitrust laws are intended to prohibit business practices that unreasonably deprive consumers of the benefits of competition and that result in higher prices for goods and services. These important laws are crucial to America's success today by prohibiting collusion, conspiracy, monopoly power, and they evaluate combinations and agreements to preserve competition. But really what's at stake here is more than just questions of the economic benefit. It's also harm to customers and freedom of speech. It's this speech that's made possible as a core component of our democracy. In a world of paid prioritization, for example, NBC's website could tap into its affiliation with Comcast to make sure that its news reaches Comcast subscribers faster than Fox's website. Or we could see one presidential candidate pay a broadband provider so that content on his or her website loads faster than the other candidates. Consumers and content providers alike would be affected. And these are effects in non-economic ways. So my belief is that to safeguard free speech in the 21st century and the infrastructure that prevents interference with free speech, we ought to make sure that net neutrality is preserved. And maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how net neutrality affects those values of free speech.
Senator Blumenthal, thank you so much for raising what we think is the fundamental question. It is important to address the antitrust laws and the appropriate authorities the FCC should consider, but it's the voices of the individual citizen, the voices of the artists like Ruth, the voices of the entrepreneur, the startup technologist who has the tiny kernel of an idea. Those are the voices we are concerned about, not only in the United States, but around the world. And the concern, first of all, internationally, that by taking some action, we will be sending the wrong signal to the rest of the world. We're concerned about that too at CDT, but we think the signal we'd be sending is that free speech is a fundamental right. It is the most important right, and the internet is the greatest engine and the greatest platform that history has known for the individual's voice to be heard. An independent artist like Ruth can suddenly reach millions of viewers overnight. Small companies like the one Senator Leahy talked about can suddenly reach customers all around the world. Without strong open internet protections, those voices will go to the back of the line. This is simply unacceptable and undemocratic. It's the fundamental reason I'm here today. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that strong statement. I agree completely with you because it highlights the non-economic benefits, but those non-economic benefits in turn produce enormous value throughout our society. It's the reason that entrepreneurs want to come here and scientists want to invent and that great writers want to be here. The value of free speech is what distinguishes America, our protections for free speech.